Hello everyone, welcome back to masonjargarage. Today we're going to get back to work on the C10. I'm pretty sure it needs a new fuel pump, and I haven't got to wash the engine bay out yet. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick wash and let it dry off, and then get up under it and replace the fuel pump. So I don't know how much other stuff will get done because I've got plugs, wires, I've got an intake and a carb and everything, but I'd like to get it running as best as I can the way it is before I go changing a bunch of stuff. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and give it a quick wash and then just try to change the fuel pump out. Alright, I guess first I can give you guys a look, see how it's looking so far, or currently. I haven't got to wash this out yet. Alright. Then we can come back after it's done, because I really can't have you being a camera right up in there while I'm washing. Alright, let's take a look under there. It certainly helped cleaning it up. Make it a little less gross to work on too. Alright, so I'm going to let this dry off for a few minutes and then crawl up under here and see if I can get the fuel pump replaced. So, be right back. Alright, we are under the truck now. Fortunately, it's still a little wet, but right there's the fuel pump. So I got to try and get that off of there and get the new one on, and maybe go ahead and run a couple of new fuel lines. Although I might wait. I've got one of those plastic see-through filters on there, which I don't want to run. But I've got it on there to see, you know, how clean everything is coming through and what the volume coming through is like. So I may wait to put the new lines on until I verify that the new pump is going to work all right. However, getting to it down here is going to be a pain in the butt. I don't know if maybe I'd have an easier time from the top, but yeah, we'll see. Filming is also going to be kind of a pain down here, so I'll do the best I can. And we'll see how that works out right there. And I've got a fan running. Hopefully the audio won't be garbage, but I'm sure it will.
Okay, everyone, I'm coming at you here from a voiceover because the audio was terrible with that fan running, unfortunately. So, here is the clear plastic fuel filter I had on there, which I had put on just to make sure that what I was had coming out of the tank was clean. And what I discovered as I was disconnecting it is that the element inside of the filter housing had detached and was just rattling around in there. And then the other thing that I discovered was that I had installed that filter backwards. So big face palm there. Um, I ended up replacing, as you'll see in just a minute, that filter and the section of hose I had on it with a Wix metal fuel filter because all of the fuel that had pumped through was very clean. There was no signs of any kind of debris or anything in it. So I put a Wix filter on there. It's part number 33033 if anyone's interested. Um, it actually has the flow direction marked on it, which I should have been able to figure out on the other one if I'd actually paid any attention when I was putting it on. But it's also nice. It came with two little sections of fuel hose and four clamps. And that's really everything you need to throw one in if, especially if you're stuck on the side of the road and you need to stick one in line or something. Everything you need is in there. It was, I think, under $20 at O'Reilly's. So very pleased with that. Yeah, you can see I'm holding it up here. There is an arrow on there with the printing. There's the fuel line. It comes with two sections like that. And then just a little baggie of hose clamps. They are the, I guess, spring style versus the screw style. So that's what I'm showing you right there. Okay, so we're finishing up the install here. Um, I've got it in place, and now what we're going to do is see if it actually runs better before I commit to replacing the fuel pump because the filter element being loose and the fact that I installed it backwards very well could be the problem. So we're just going to give it a start and make sure that we actually need to replace the fuel pump before we go to the trouble of doing so. Also, for anyone who's interested, the hardline fitting on there is a 5/8, and it definitely would be a lot easier to get to from the top of the truck versus trying to go through the bottom like this. You've got a straight shot in from the top.
All right, let's see if it'll start. And just like that, it's working without a fuel pump. It was just a bad filter. I'm not 100% sure, but I may have had that other filter on there backwards.
Spoiler alert, I did in fact have it on there backwards.
I'll have to go back and look and see if I can see it on the footage when I pulled it off. But yeah, I mean, it definitely needs some more work, but it's running and it's idling on its own. So I count that as a win. All right. So just let that be a lesson that you got to be flexible when you go to start repairs, because if I had just come out here saying I'm going to replace the fuel pump, not paid attention to anything else, I'd still, well, I may not still have a problem, because I would have pulled that filter off there anyway, but I would have done a lot of unnecessary work. Now the fuel pump for this is like 20 bucks. I'm going to hold on to it because you never know when you're going to need it, but I don't have to do it now, which is nice. While I've got the truck up here, I'm going to spend some time just probably working on the tune-up on it, go ahead and do the plugs and wires, and then I've got a radiator to throw in it as well, new radiator hoses. I'm going to flush the cooling system, and I got to get some belts on it because it overheats very quickly since there's no belt on the water pump currently. So I'm probably going to try to make a few shorter videos, because shorter ones seem to do better, and I get it. I mean, it's kind of boring for a lot of people to watch this kind of stuff, but I'm going to try to make a few shorter videos, just doing, you know, one or two things in each one over the next couple of weeks. And don't worry, I'm going to be back on the Bonneville, and I'm going to be back on the Catalina soon. We're going to try to get it running. It's missing some plug wires. I don't even know if it turns over, so I got to find that out. But appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. It's always crazy to me just to see how many people are actually following me just doing this stuff. But I do appreciate it, every single one of you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you do like this kind of stuff, and I'll see you on the next one.
Mason jars on dusty shelves and to save us now. Neon lights flicker hard, shadows dance aloud. Rusty tools on memories, we share the scars.